Right, this is going to be a bit of a different video than usual. Um, and basically, we will be talking about a key fundamental that we should use into whatever we do, which will then enable us to hit 10K. Now, I've used the figure 10K because that is, I would say, like the golden number, and most of us would achieve this 10K and be like, yeah, I've made it. It seems like a significant milestone. But this method, it is so basic yet so important that this could be used to make even your, let's say, first dollar, your first $100, your first 1K, 10K, or even, let's say, six figures. Now, I haven't made six figures personally, but this, again, I believe would be one of the core fundamentals that I will use and that I am using as in this moment in time to achieve that figure. Now, yeah, we are going to talk about how we can make our first 10K that is basically guaranteed. Now, how can I say this? I have made 10K with 3 different business models: Amazon FBA, or retail arbitrage, forex trading, and sneaker reselling. So I've used 3 different methods to actually make 10K, and that is in pure profit that I'm telling you guys about. Now, the first thing I want to tell you about is that every business model works. And the thing is, a lot of us are basically just so fixated about the business model that we are doing that we are always trying to chase the best business model out there, the business model that will actually work, or like there's this secret formula that you will use to make your per se 10K. But that is just so not true. I think we've forgotten the key fundamental that these new business models, they come and go, and they're just a sham or a fugazi, whatever you want to call it. And every sort of influencer that comes out with this new business model, like Iman Ghazi tries to push SMMA down our throats. Sanders Stage is pushing IPGA now. And again, there are so many more people that try to push different business models. And we, as the audience, are confused, and we wonder as to which business model will actually work. Now, again, I'm someone who has used 3 different methods to make 10K, and I can tell you that from personal experience that every business works. You can use whatever business to actually make this 10-figure amount. Now, what is the key elements that we can use to make any business a success? Now, before I actually move on, I always tell people that whatever business model they choose to go for, do make sure that it is something that you actually enjoy or actually have a slight idea about. And it's a lot of the gurus, or a lot of, let's say, influencers, they give like the opposite advice. They say the business model I'm telling you works, and it doesn't matter if you're passionate about it, or if you sort of know the fundamentals, or like even like the subject. You should just go ahead with the business model that I am suggesting you. I don't believe that, or I don't sort of believe in that sort of aspect, because I think as long as you don't enjoy something that you're actually doing, you'll stop working on it, or you stop trying to improve yourself on it. And sneakers reselling, whenever I look at myself, I'm very tech savvy, I would say, and I like using technology to make online money. I like sitting in my own space, trying to print online money. I was into sneaker reselling, and I enjoyed it because I had the privilege to meet a lot of amazing people. And I used to love that because I was interacting with other people. And that's why I did that until the market obviously died down. I liked Forex trading because, again, I could make money sitting in my own chair. But the problem was I was not talking to people. And slowly that passion for Forex trading died down. I understand I did mention in the previous video that I stopped doing it because it was around, which is definitely true. But then again, the thing is, I started losing interest in it as well because it is such a lonely thing to do. And lastly was Amazon FBA. Again, you buy this stuff, you bring it back home, you pack it up, you send it to Amazon. You're not talking to your customers, and you're not talking to, let's say, other people, unless you go big and you're talking to distributors or suppliers. Then I can understand that you need to sort of go out and deal with people. But the key fundamental of that business isn't to talk to the people, isn't to communicate. It's just about you. It's a very cash flow dependent business, not how you sort of talk to people or how your manners are. It's just that if you've got money, you can make money with Amazon FBA. That is the key aspect of it, which is actually why now I've sort of came to it, this growth operator or IPGA space, because I actually enjoy talking to people. But again, enough of these things. What is the one key element that we want to use to hit, let's say, this beautiful figure? And the answer might not be what you've been expecting, because the actual fundamental that will help us in achieving that figure is actually the Dunning-Krueger effect. Now, a lot of you guys might want to click off this video and you'll be like, well, we understand what this concept means. But I promise you this, stick around till the end and I might be able to give you a different perspective as to how you can use it. Or if you already know about this, might give you a little refresher class. But if you don't, let me explain to you what actually happens. Let's create a graph really quickly. Something like this. On this side, you have your confidence. And on this side, you have your knowledge. Right, guys, I had to re-record this for the second time because, I don't know, your man's has fasted today. Just feel a bit too tired. But yes, on this side, from moving from, let's say, left to right, your knowledge is increasing from here, from bottom to top. Confidence increases. Now, for those who are aware, just bear with me. I'm going to give you a different perspective or give you a refresher's lesson, give you a bit more motivation. For those who don't know, you're in for a treat. Now, let's say this is the point where you, let's say, start. You've sort of like decided on a business that you want to work on. And again, this could be any business, but for, let's say, this demonstration, we're just going to go with, let's say, SMMA. Now, let's say you've just went on YouTube, learned how to make your first 10K. You watched, let's say, a video of your man Gadzi, and he said, go for SMMA. And as soon as you watch the video, your confidence simply just shoots up. And you're like, seems easy. I can definitely do this. And you're like at the top of the world. You're like, I think I found the one business. Excuse me. I think I found the business model that would suit me the most. And you talk to yourself, you tell yourself that this is going to be amazing. I'll learn more about this. I think I'll make it. And I think this is going to be a blast. I think I'll sort of get out of the trenches with this business model. I'll reach my top. I'll buy my house. I'll buy myself a Porsche. And yeah, everything is going to be golden, as they say. But as you sort of go on and get more and more knowledge, your confidence slowly starts to decline. until it reaches this place where you're like at the most, at your worst position after getting knowledge about something. And before we actually proceed, I would say at between this moment in time, this place is where most people will give up, and they'll tell themselves that this business model just does not work, and the guys will jump onto the next one. You can let's say you jump up to drop shipping, and the same cycle will start off again. You come here now, instead of let's remove this. Now, instead of let's say drop shipping, instead of let's say SMA, you're like, well, I'm gonna try drop shipping. Confidence goes up, and as you start to learn more, you understand it's not easy. Let's say, for example, you've actually burned some money with running ads for a shitty product, and it's just not taking off. And then you drop shipping, and then you go to, let's say, Amazon FBA, and then you get a lot of returns, and then you're like, fuck, I can't do this. Then you drop that, and then you go to Forex trading, and you're like, okay, this doesn't work either. It's like I'm gambling. And the cycle will keep, you get trapped in the cycle, and you'll keep finding yourself in the same position where you just tell yourself, well, this business model, doesn't matter if it's X or Y or Z, does not work. Now, let me tell you what sort of follows after this downfall. As you spend more time gaining knowledge and more experience, your confidence slowly but surely starts to go up again, until there comes a point where your confidence is even higher than the confidence you had initially. And now when you're at this point, you have more knowledge and you have more confidence. And that is where you'll succeed. With only hard work, persistence, patience, and more knowledge and experience, only with these factors in mind can you are actually able to achieve success. And again, it is not limited to a specific business model. This can be applied to any business model there is. Doesn't matter if it's online, or let's say if you want to obviously go out and start a contracting business. And not even just businesses, it can apply to, let's say, your gym routine as well. Let's say you find out, I want to do a push-pull leg split. You go to the gym, you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna take 6 months, and I'm gonna be jacked as, let's say, Ryan Reynolds. But that does not happen. You just learn that it takes months and months, or let's say even years sometimes, to achieve the best physique, or at least the physique that you actually desire. It does not happen like that. It doesn't happen in a whiff. It does not happen over time. And so you need to, even let's say if you had the confidence, and if you're like, I mean, it's just like drugs. You have a high, and then this becomes your baseline. And as you go lower, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't enjoy this. But then again, you have to work your way up slowly and gradually, and get more and more knowledge and experience, and stick with it. And only then you will achieve greatness. Only then you will succeed. Now, the main key takeaway I want for you guys, the main key takeaway I want to tell you guys about is, when you're at this point, when you're at your most bottom level, just don't give up. Do not give up. Take that as motivation. Take that as a challenge. Tell yourself that if it's that hard, I'm going to make it work, because that guy has made work, because that guy has used this business model to achieve greatness, and so can I. But then again, I want to emphasize on this one thing, that only start doing something if you're actually, let's say, passionate about it, or if you sort of find even, let's say, 1% interest in it. Because if you're not passionate about it, the lust for money can only take you so far away. If you're passionate about something, it's going to take you a long way. And again, I have put this method in effect in 3 different businesses: sneakers, Forex trading, and Amazon FBA. Why did I leave sneaker trading? Well, I did not leave it. I enjoyed it, every single bit of it. I enjoyed talking to people. I enjoyed the thrill of actually getting these limited sneakers. The only thing why I left it is that the market died down. Why did I leave Forex? First of all, it's haram, but second of all, it's such a lonely thing to do. It's a lonely journey. Hated every second of it. I love talking to people. Couldn't talk to anyone when I was trading Forex. If I talked to anyone, it would have fucked up my trading, which is why I left. Third of all, Amazon FBA. I've just done it like last year. I've done it, took my time with it, didn't enjoy it because, again, didn't have to talk to people. It was just you buying the product, packing it up, shipping it off to Amazon, and then you just see the sales coming in. It wasn't fun. Didn't give me much happiness either. It was good money, but you had to drop it as well. And now I'm in this growth operator or IPGA space where I actually get to talk to such amazing people. I get to talk to such highly achieved people as well, and I enjoy every second of it. So yeah, pick something that you actually like, and don't give up. And yes, I think that should be everything for this video. Take good care. Yeah.